So I'm about to go perform at a house comedy show with Celia Contreras from Austin. I know her from living there, but apparently the person producing the show has been banned from the Philly comedy scene, so we'll see how this goes. Wait, now where's the cell phone, Celia? Wow, that's like a magic trick. By the way, that's another way you could potentially make money. You're talking about looking for work. You know?
I'm trying to get over my mental block about sex work. I think I'd be a really great hooker once I get over the Catholicism.
Yeah.
And then, dude, you just hear my sister Nicole in the background. Dude, she starts rolling fucking laughing with this goofy ass laugh and looks at my mom. She goes, "Your son's got a fucking alligator in his bedroom."
If Andrew Dice Clay and Howard Stern had a gay baby comedian, that would be me. Basically. Young and offensive and, says whatever the fuck comes out of his mind. That's it.
Take our stuff. The Mexican hippies came through and they would do this, which is the most sign of respect that you can give in Mexico, is just you bow. And all the federales were bowing to us when we went through with the Mexican hippies. It was like, shut. Here comes eyebrows. Here comes eyebrows.
Is this like a tick? Am I being punked right now? Is Ashton Kutcher upstairs?
Yes.
Because this does look like a house that you would be trafficked in.
His ass is in the R-rated form.
Hey, again, did you get that shut the fuck up back in the fucking fridge?
MilkBoy, how we feeling? How we feeling, man? I'm not an Eagles fan, but I did go to my first ever Eagles tailgate, so in honor of you, man, for winning the jersey, let's do it. Let me get it. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Yeah! That's what we want, MilkBoy. All right, we got the last couple comics of the night, but stomp those feet, clap those hands, cry if you want to, but definitely make sure you laugh for Eric Berry.
MilkBoy, how we feeling? Yes. Are you guys having fun or would you rather watch an NFL game on your phone here in the room? Because that's apparently how entertaining we are. There are people actively choosing. We're in a sports bar with TVs and we're like, no, I'm gonna go upstairs with the comedy shows and watch a football game on my phone. That sounds like the good idea. Angelo was talking about Peanut the squirrel, and I don't know if you guys do or don't know that story, but the guy who owned Peanut was this like super jacked dude who also makes OnlyFans content. And clap for that. Of course, I looked at I'm not gonna pay money for an OnlyFans, but I looked at his Twitter, and I'm like, don't let this like jacked fucking good looking dude have a huge fucking dick. Of course he had a huge fucking hog. But all of the videos are like of Peanut the squirrel jumping off of his dick and hanging onto his underwear. And I'm like, there's no way this guy didn't fuck that squirrel. He definitely had that squirrel eat peanut butter out of his pee hole, and that's what you gotta pay for to see on the OnlyFans. So I think that squirrel was put out of its misery. But it's hard when you're from San Francisco and you move to like a blue collar town like this, because there's a very masculine fucking energy here. And I'm a masculine guy. I like to go around telling people that's how you know I'm masculine. Like, I'm like, fuck yeah, I like beer. Really hits the spot after a nice hot Bikram yoga session, just Don't ask me to throw a football though, right? You push it, right? Like I throw a football like I'm high-fiving a dude I just got done blowing. Like, yay, we did it.
I like to go around telling people I'm masculine, which is how you know you're masculine, by the way. You have to go around insisting upon it, like, fuck yeah, I like beer. Really hits the spot after a nice hot Bikram yoga session. Just don't ask me to throw a football. You push it, right? I throw a football like I'm high-fiving a dude I just got done blowing. I'm like, yay, we did it.
It's laughing a little too hard.
Something else I haven't mentioned, not that I'm afraid to talk about it, and I've certainly talked about it in my act, but I have like debilitatingly bad IBS to the extent where it affects every moment of my social life. Like, I think Louis C.K. has a bit about how he basically has to plan out like where he can be within a 30-minute radius of his apartment so he can take a dump.
There's always 2 diarrheas running up along the slide of my life, and I'm in somewhere. And depending on where in that window I am dictates how much of a radius from my home I'm willing to venture.
It's just like eating, and then the time bomb to when I'm gonna have to use a toilet. And I'm talking about like 14 times a day, like never a solid bowel movement. And that ends up affecting you socially, and that ends up affecting things like comedy, because I really do need to plan out and have some knowledge of the accessibility of like usable toilets and bathrooms. And God knows there's nothing worse than when it's gonna take me sometimes 20 to 30 minutes to be in the bathroom. I can't do that when there's like a single toilet and there's like a line of people waiting outside, or you don't know when you're gonna get called up to the open mic. So I've seen specialists all over the country, and you know, I'm working on rectifying that, so to speak, but my entire adult life, and it's just been getting worse and worse recently, and I've been on every medication you can imagine, 2 colonoscopies, and I don't know what the answer is, and the doctors don't seem to either. So, I mean, hoping it's not indicative of something more serious, but it truly does. Like, it affects work, it affects your social life, it affects your dating life, it affects your morale and your, you know, on some level your health as well. So I'm just hurting right now. Just like went to the bathroom like 5 times, and I need to find another toilet. I just left my house.
I'm getting fat. I'm gaining so much weight since I moved. I'm not like walk down the street and you feel embarrassed for looking at me when I'm wearing sweatpants fat, but I am laying in bed and my stomach keeps hitting the space bar on my laptop fat. You know, like it's been 3 days and I still haven't gotten through the Tyson fight. It just keeps.
All right, well, I just talked with someone, I don't know what his position is, but who works at the Punchline, and he said to email him. That would be sweet to get in that rotation there in Philly. We'll see. We'll see if anything comes of that. So my IBS got to me, and I ran about a quarter of a mile and had to turn around and come back and use the bathroom. And well, it's not fun when you're up late at night, 4:06 a.m. making toast and poblano pepper and corn soup, and you're up because you're editing your comedy documentary video, and then you have to stare at your fat face, and you're like, oh, maybe this has something to do with it. I'm in front of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, where the famous Rocky steps are, and it is where I like to run to look out at the city and calm my mind. That's important. It's not easy. After a series of mishaps with Uber and walking around, I am waiting to get picked up to go with Celia and Pete to Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Never been outside of Philly, and we're gonna go see Mark Norman at a secret show at SoulJoel's.
You were talking the other night, like, people who know you, you know, they kill Tony, or they've seen you, you know, like the Roseanne opening for her, like, probably assuming, like, everything's just fucking amazing and on the upswing, but you mentioned the other night that you're facing possibly being homeless.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Like, what is, how do you...
Like, I can't make a career off of 6 shows that I was offered, especially when I only did 1 of them. I got paid for all 6, but, like, I'm just supposed to be rich off of, like, and I was paid well, but, like rent, food, all that other
Sure.
stuff. And I gotta do celebrity theater, and that paid well, too.
But it's not like that, like, led to a bunch of other...
Like, it has and it hasn't, but, like, going on the road, I don't drive, so I have to bring a feature with me, and I gotta pay them gas money.
Right.
And make sure they get paid for their set. And then they either provide a hotel, or we have to get a hotel. And then there's food expenses, and then I'm a lush.
Can all that be built into, like, the, you know, whatever, the fee for performing?
And like, it can, but like, I'm not worth that much.
You have to be higher up on the alphabet list.
Like, I have to be Hans, Kim, or Cam Patterson, or somebody like that. Like, somebody like everybody knows and wants to see all the time.
Right.
And I'm kind of niche. Like, I do dark comedy. It's a hard sell. A lot of clubs don't want to book me. Some of them do now.
Is that...
That's because they think that I'll draw a crowd. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. So I normally, like, I make more money off performing at dive bars in smaller towns than I do at a big club in a major city.
Right. Not that I was regularly booked on showcases there, but the ones that I was, it was like... it was like 10 to 20 bucks, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna drink that in 2.5 drinks anyway. Like, plus, yeah, the Uber gas money. I think I got, I think for some Creek shows I got, I mean, these are like...
Yeah, but I had you on a Shakespeare show, didn't I?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
So you didn't get paid for it?
You asked if it was an IOU. You said, can I get you back later?
Why didn't you remind me?
Because I don't care. I understand this. Anyway. So...
Because I have to deposit the checks into my account. It takes like 1 to 2 days.
Yeah, it's not gonna... Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, probably would pay.
But like,